Hi guys, good day. This is Teacher MJ. And our topic for today class, it's all about solving quadratic equations by factoring, and then later on, we will find the roots. So without further ado, let's do this topic. So the general form of quadratic equation, that would be ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So for numbers 1 and 2, you don't have the value of the constant. Once again, we will know that it is a constant because a constant class is just a number alone. So for numbers 1 and 2, we do have the quadratic term and we have the linear term. So the thing that we will do is we can factor this out by finding the GCF. Alright, so let's start with number 1, x squared plus 7x equals 0. So you check the number. What would be the greatest common factor? Of course, there's 1 before x squared. So what would be the greatest common factor of 1 and 7? Of course, that's only 1. Now for the variable, you can factor this out by finding, selecting the variable with the least exponent, with the least degree. So we will be selecting x. Once again, x here has an exponent of 1. So we will be selecting x with regards to the variable to factor this out. So divide, so you put quantity, x squared divided by x. So x squared divided by x. Once again, once you divide an algebraic expression, simply copy the base, simply copy x, and then you subtract the exponent, 2 minus 1. So of course, that would be x raised to the power of 1, or simply x, understood that x has an exponent of 1 and a numerical coefficient of 1. So simply copy or x. That's the same with x. So x squared divided by x, that would be x. And then 7, positive 7 divided by 1. So 7 divided by 1, that's positive 7. X divided by x is cancel. So 7x divided by 1x. So 7 divided by 1 is 7. X divided by x simply cancel. So that's why we have 7. Alright, so when we check this one by distributive property, you can actually erase one class because 1x is just the same with x. You can erase this one and this one. Alright, so check by distributive property, x times x, that would be x squared. X times positive 7, that's positive 7x. Alright, then do not forget the equals 0 equals 0 equals 0. So you will get the same answer. So to find the roots for this one, this is the factor. Now to find the roots, you can equate this one. Alright, so this will be x equals 0. That would be your x sub 1. And your x sub 2, you equate this one, this x plus 7, the one with the quantity. So x plus 7 equals 0. So to find, this will be your x sub 1, x equals 0. This is okay for x sub 1. And for x sub 2, you need to transpose 7 from left to right. This is positive, it will be negative. So transpose this one. This will be x equals, this is positive, you change the sign. Once again, once you transfer an equation from this equal sign, you always change the sign. This is positive, it will be negative 7. Alright, so this will be your answer. This is your x sub 2. This will be your answer for the number 1, the roots. These are the roots. So let me write it here. X sub 1 equals 0 and x sub 2 equals negative 7. So if the teacher will ask you to check your answer, you can just simply substitute this x value from this equation. So let's try, check this one. So if our x is 0 from this equation, alright, so 0 squared plus 7 is x is 0 times 0 equals 0. So 0 times 0 is 0. 7 times 0, that would be 0 plus 0 equals 0. 0 plus 0 is 0 equals 0. Now, if the left equation is equal to the right equation of this equal sign, so therefore your answer is correct. Alright, let's try this one, negative 7. So x squared plus 7x equals 0. So if x is negative 7, so negative 7 squared plus 7 times negative 7 equals 0. So negative 7 squared, it means you multiply negative 7 twice by itself. Negative 7 times negative 7, that's positive 49. Positive 7 times negative, positive times negative is negative. 7 times 7 is 49 equals 0. 49 minus 49, that's 0 equals 0. Check. 0 is equals to 0. So therefore, these roots are correct. This will be your answer. Alright, that's the answer for number 1. Let's try number 2, class. So that's how you check, class. Simply substitute the x value from the given equation. So number 2, 6s squared plus 18s equals 0. So what would be the greatest common factor of 6 and 18? Of course, that would be 6, right? Because you can divide 6 by 6 and you can divide 18 by 6. So 6. And for s, so we select the variable with the least exponent. So that would be s. Okay, that would be s. And then you put quantity. Then you divide. 6s squared divided by 6s. Alright, so 6 divided by 6 is 1. S squared divided by s, subtract the exponent. So s raised to the power of 1. Okay, so this will be s raised to the power of 2 minus 1. Or this will be 1s. Because understood that s here is an exponent of 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. Or simply copy s. Because understood that s has 1 and exponent of 1. That would be s. So 6x squared, 6s squared divided by 6s. 6 divided by 6 is 1. S squared divided by s is s. Okay, s raised to the power of 1 or s. Alright, and this one, 18s divided by 6s. So positive 18 divided by 6, that's 3. S divided by s is simply cancel. So we have positive 3, then equals 0. If you check this one by distributive property, so 6s times s, that would be 6s squared. 6s times 3, that's positive 18s. So you will get same equation, then equals 0. Alright, so our roots, to find the roots, you equate this one. This first one, 6s and 0. So 6s equals 0. And the other one, this quantity and 0. Alright, so this will be s plus 3 equals 0. So to get the value of s in the first equation, divide both sides by 6. Divide by 6. So s equals 0 divided by 6, that is 0. So s sub 1 is 0. For s sub 2 equals, transpose 3 from left to right. So this is positive, it will be negative. This will be your s sub 2. Alright, so that's 1 and 2. S sub 1 equals 0. And s sub 2 equals negative 3. So let's have, once again, if you want to check your answer, you just simply substitute this value from this given equation. So let's try number 3. So for number 3 class and number 4, check the equation. If you don't have the value of bx, so for numbers 3 and 4, you don't have the value of bx, you have the quadratic term and you have the constant. So you have the quadratic term and you have the constant. So the thing that you will do is you will solve this one by the difference of two squares. So for the difference of two squares, that would be a squared minus b squared. And your answer will be two binomials, two quantity. Then this will be a plus b, then a minus b. So once again, if this is the difference of two squares, if you don't have the quadratic term, you will solve this one by the difference of two squares. So you get the square root of a squared. So the square root of a squared, that would be a. So you put 2a, and the square root of b squared, that would be b. You put 2b, and then plus minus. So let's try number 3 to formally understand this one. So x squared minus 25 equals 0. So to factor this out, you put 2 quantity, and then equals 0. So get the square root of x squared. So the square root of x squared is x. So you put 2x. And the square root of 25 is 5. So you put 2 5s. And then positive, negative. That's it, class. That's the factor. So we find the roots by equating this one into 0. So first, this will be x plus 5 equals 0. Alright. And second, the other one, this will be the second equation. X minus 5 equals 0. So to get the value of x, transpose 5 from left to right, and this other 5. So this will be x equals, this is positive 5, it will be negative 5. And this one, this is negative 5, it will be positive 5. X sub 1 is negative 5, and x sub 2 is positive 5. Alright, so this will be your answer. So x sub 1 is negative 5, and x sub 2 is positive 5. Alright, so let's try number 4. Now, if you want to know more about factoring, I will just put the link class on the description down below on how to factor polynomials. Okay, feel free to see it, class. Let's try number 4. So 81 minus 4x squared equals 0. So the thing that we will do is we need to arrange this one into this standard form. So we copy negative 4x squared first, and then plus 81. 81 is positive. Then equals 0. This is actually the same class. I just arranged this one. Now, once again, it's hard for us to factor the equation if the quadratic term is negative. The number before the quadratic term is negative. It will be hard for us to factor the equation. So the thing that we will do is we need to multiply both sides by a negative 1, by a negative number, that would be negative 1, so that the equation will be positive. The quadratic term will be positive. Okay, so you multiply both sides by negative 1. Once again, the reason for that, it would be hard for us to factor the equation if the number before the quadratic term, okay, the quadratic term is negative. So that's why we need to multiply it by a negative 1 to make it positive. Because negative 1 times negative 4, that's positive 4. And then copy x squared. Negative 1, once again, you distribute this one. Then negative 1 times positive. So negative times positive, that's negative. Negative 1 times positive 81, that's negative 81. Then equals 0 times negative 1, that's 0. So check. We don't have the value of b, so we can now apply the difference of two squares. So we put 2 quantity equals 0. Get the square root of the first term. So the square root of 4 is 2. So we have two twos. Square root of 4 is 2. So you put 2 on the left and also on the right of this quantity. And the square root of x squared is x. Alright, and again, let's get the square root of the last term. Square root of 81 is 9. And you put positive, negative. That's it. These are the factors of this equation. And then we find the roots. So equate this one into 0. Let's start with this first quantity. 2x plus 9 equals 0. The other one is 2x minus 9 equals 0. So your x sub 1, we transpose this one from left to right. So you transpose this one. So this will be 2x equals, this is positive, it will be negative 9. This one will be 2x, this is negative 9, it will be positive 9. So to get the value of x, divide both sides by 2. So x equals negative 9 divided by 2, just simply copy negative 9 over 2. Now if you can divide that, but if you cannot divide, so we're not allowed to have a decimal answer, so just simply copy negative 9 over 2. So this one, if you can, once again, if you can reduce the fraction to the lowest term, it's mandatory class that you always reduce the fraction to the lowest term. But since we cannot reduce this one, 9 over 2 we can divide it by 2, but 9 we cannot divide it by 2. So this is our final answer for our x sub 1. For x sub 2, divide this one first by 2. Divide by 2, divide by 2. So our x sub 2 will be positive 9 over 2. Alright, so this will be our answer for number 4. So this will be x sub 1 equals negative 9 over 2, and x sub 2 equals 9 over 2. Alright, so let's try number 5, 6, and 7. So for 5, 6, and 7 class, if you have this trinomial, so you already have the quadratic term, we have the linear term, and you have the constant. So the thing that you will do, this will be the case class. If the quadratic term, the number before the quadratic term is 1, so understood that there's 1 here. Okay, the number before the quadratic term is 1, you need to check the constant class, the last number. So this will be the case class. Let me explain that. T squared plus 8t plus 16 equals 0. So to factor this out, so you check, once again, equals 0. To factor this out is you will have two binomials answer. So you will be having two binomials for the answer of this t squared plus 8t plus 16. So you look at the constant plus 16. So you look at the constant, you find two numbers, okay, for 16. You find two numbers that when you multiply the two numbers, you will get 16. And when you add the two numbers, you will get 8. So we find the factors of 16. What are the factors of 16? Of course, that would be 1 times 16, 2 times 8 and 4 times 4, right? These are the factors of 16. So if we combine 1 and 16, that would be 17. If we subtract 16 minus 1, that's 15. Therefore, we cannot use this one. If we combine 2 and 8, that would be 10. If we subtract 8 minus 2, that would be 6. So we cannot use this one. If you combine 4 and 4, that would be 8, right? 4 plus 4 is 8. Okay, 4 plus 4 is 8. And then 4 times 4, that is 16. So therefore, these will be, okay, these are the factors, 4 and 4, positive 4 and 4. So you put t. So since we have the variable t, so once again, you can have x squared, you can have b squared, you can have t squared, any variable class, as long as the degree is 2. So since our given is t, so we will put 2 t's, okay, t and t. And then for our factor, there will be positive 4 and positive 4. So plus 4 and plus 4. Once again, if you add positive 4 and positive 4, you will get positive 8. If you multiply positive 4 times positive 4, that will be positive 16. So that's the thing that you will do, class, if you have this trinomial. Okay, you find a number that when you multiply the two numbers, you will get 16. When you combine, you will get 8. So that would be 4 and 4. Alright, so we equate this one into 0. So this will be t plus 4 equals 0. And the other one, t plus 4 equals 0. And then we transpose 4 from left to right. And also this one. So this will be t equals, this is positive, it will be negative 4. The other one, t equals, this is positive, it will be negative 4. Alright, so this will be our answer. So let me write it here. T equals, t sub 1 is negative 4. And t sub 2 equals positive 4. Alright, let's try number 6. So once again, if the number before x squared is 1, you will do it that way. But if the number is not equals to 1, it will be more complicated, class, for number 7. We will explain that later. Let's try first number 6. So x squared minus 14 equals 5x. Once again, we arrange this one. We need to follow this format. So this will be x squared transpose positive 5 from the left side of the equation. This is positive, it will be negative. Minus 5x, then copy negative 14 equals 0. So once again, you find two numbers that when you multiply the two numbers, you will get 14. When you combine, you will get negative 5. Now, since this is negative 14, so one number should be negative, because positive times negative is negative. Even if negative times positive is still negative. So one number should be negative. So negative 14. What are the factors of 14, class? So you have 1 and 14, 2 and 7, right? So we don't have any other factors. 1 times 14 is 14, 2 times 7 is 14. So once again, since it is negative 14, one number should be negative. So we will not be using this one, because if we combine 1 and 14, 1 plus 14 is 15, 14 minus 1 is 13. So we don't have a chance that we can get this negative 5. So let's choose 2 and 7. So if we multiply 2 times 7, that would be 14, right? But since this is negative 14, one number should be negative. If we choose negative 2 and 7, so negative 2 times 7, this will be negative 14, right? But if we combine negative 2 plus 7, we will not get negative 5, because if the signs are not the same, subtract, then copy the sign of the larger number, we will get positive 5. Negative 2 plus 7, that's positive 5. So therefore, it should be positive 2 and negative 7. Because negative 7 times 2, that's negative 14. Negative 7 plus 2, that would be negative 5. Okay, if the signs are not the same, subtract, then copy the sign of the larger absolute value, which is negative 7. So subtract 7 minus 2 is 5, then copy the sign negative 5. So therefore, we will use positive 2 and negative 7. So the factors will be, okay, equals 0. Then copy x, okay, 2x, this will be x and x. Then positive 2 and negative 7. Alright, then equate this one into 0. So we have x plus 2. So first equals 0. The other one, x minus 7 equals 0. So we transpose this one from left to right. So this is positive 2, it will be negative 2. And this is positive 7, it will be negative, this is positive 2, it will be negative 2. And this is negative 7. Once you transfer an equation from this equal sign, it will change the sign. This will be positive 7. Then x sub 1 and x sub 2. Alright, so this will be x sub 1 equals negative 2, and the other one, x sub 2 equals 7. So let's try the last one, class. Okay, number 7. So for number 7, class, it will be quite tricky since the number, okay, the number before this quadratic term is 4. So there's another solution for this one, class. So let's write this one. 4s squared plus 9 equals 12s. So the thing that we will do is we need to arrange this one first. So you transpose 12 from right to left. So this will be 4s squared. This is positive. It will be negative 12s. Then copy positive 9. Then equals 0. So the thing that we will do, since the number before the quadratic term is not equals to 1, so we need to multiply a and c. So we need to multiply this one, class. 4 and 9. So a times c. Alright, so a times c. That's the thing that we will do, class. So multiply, okay, a times c. So 4 times 9, that would be 36. Alright, so that's the thing, class. So once again, if the number before s squared is not equal to 1, so we do it this way. We multiply the first term, okay, the first number of the quadratic term and the constant. So 4 times 9 is 36. And you find two numbers that when you multiply the two numbers, you will get 36. At the same time, when you combine the two numbers, you will get negative 12. So what will be the factors of 36? Of course, that will be 1 times 36, 2 times 18, right? What else, class? 3. Can we multiply it by 3? Yep. 3 times 12, that will be 36. How about 4? Yep, 4 times 9, that will be 36. And the last one will be 6 times 6. So if we combine these numbers, can we get 12, negative 12? If we use 1 and 36, of course, this will be really hard for 1 and 36 to get 12, right? Because 36 plus 1 is 37, 36 minus 1 is 35. Therefore, we cannot use this one. Same with 2 and 18. 2 plus 18 is 20. 18 minus 2, that would be 16. So for 3 and 12, 3 plus 12 is 15. 12 minus 3 is 9. For 4 and 9, 4 plus 9 is 13. 9 minus 4 is 5. So we cannot use this one. So therefore, we can use 6 and 6. Because 6 plus 6, that would be 12, right? But since this is negative 12, it should be negative 6 and negative 6. Because if you combine negative 6 plus negative 6, you will get negative 12. Okay? So if you combine this one, negative and negative, simply copy the sign, then add the numbers. So you will get negative 12. And if you multiply negative 6 times negative 6, you will get positive 36. Okay, since our answer is positive 4 times 9, that's positive 36. So therefore, this will be, okay, this will be the case. This will be the roots. This will be the factors, negative 6 and negative 6. So the thing that you will do, you will write it this way. So you copy first the first term. So this will be, once again, class, this will be quite complicated, more tricky, since the number before x squared is greater than 1. So copy the first term, 4s squared, and then you copy this one, the factor. So we have negative 6, and you put s, okay, negative 6s, and then we copy again this one, the other one, negative 6s, then copy plus 9 equals 0. Alright, once again, we use s because the variable given is s. So if you combine this one, okay, negative 6 minus 6, that would be negative 12s. So you will get the same answer, class. This one is just the same. Okay, this one is just the same with this one, negative 12s. The use for this one, class, is because we need to group this one. Okay, we do the grouping. So we can group this one. Okay, now we will be grouping this one. You can group this one and this one. Alright, so we factor this out. So this is quite tricky, class. Once again, just follow what I said. So factor this out. We can factor the number by 2, 4 and 6. So factor this out by 2. And for the variable, we can factor this out by s. Alright, so 4s squared divided by 2s. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. S squared divided by s is s. And then negative 6s divided by 2s. Negative 6 divided by 2, that's negative 3. Alright, s divided by s simply cancel. Right, negative 6s divided by 2s, that's negative 3. Negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3. S divided by s is cancel. Alright, then copy minus sign. And then for 6 and 9, so we can factor this out by 3. So for the variable class, we cannot factor the variable since 9 doesn't contain variable. So divide, so negative 6s, so negative 6s, this one, divided by negative 3. So negative 6 divided by negative 3, that's 2. So copy 2. S divided by none, just simply copy s. So 2s. Alright, and this one, 9 divided by negative 3. So 9 divided by negative 3, that's negative 3. Then equals 0. So if you check this one class, so once again, we divide negative 6 by 3. Negative 6s divided by negative 3. That's positive 2s. And positive 9 divided by negative 3. That's positive 9 divided by negative 3. That's negative 3. If you check this one class by distributive property, 2s times 2s, that would be 4s squared. 2s times negative 3, that's negative 6s. Negative 3 times positive 2s, that's negative 6s. Negative 3 times negative 3, that's positive 9, equals 0. So this is actually the same class. We just factor this out. Alright, so we can equate this one now. So we can equate this one. Alright, so you copy this one as a whole. So this will be 2s minus 3. Alright, and the other one, you can copy this one as a whole. So these two equations these two equations that are equal, you can copy this one. Alright, so this will be 2s minus 3. So you copy this one and it will be 1, equals 0. Alright, then equate this one into 0. So we have 2s minus 3 equals 0. And 2s minus 3 equals 0. Alright, and then we transfer this one, this negative 3, from left to right. So once again, our first root is this one. And you copy also this one, the second root. So transpose negative 3 from left to right. This will be 2s equals, this is negative, it will be positive 3. The other one, this will be 2s. This is negative, it will be positive 3. So 2s equals 3. So to get the value of s, divide both sides by 2. Divide both sides by 2. Divide both sides by 2 and 2. So our s sub 1. So s sub 1, okay, our s sub 1 is equals to 3 over 2. And our s sub 2 is equals to 3 over 2. Alright, so that's it, class. S sub 1 is equals to 3 over 2. And S sub 2 is equals to 3 over 2. So that's it, class. That's how you solve your equations by factoring and then find the roots. You try this one, class. And you put your answer in the comment section down below. X squared minus 2x minus 35 equals 0. So you put your answer in the comment section down below. You find the roots of this given quadratic equation. So once again, class, if you want to know more about factoring, okay, about factoring polynomials for quadratic equation, I do have a link, class, on the description down below with regards to factoring for you to really understand more about factoring. Okay, feel free to see the video, class. We do have so many examples about factoring. Once again, if you like this video, do not forget to subscribe. You share it to your friends, class, and to your classmates so that we can help them. Once again, this is Teacher MJ. Bye-bye.